Good morning. This is Brent, your everyday person. As I sit here and I think about the Nolan Wells situation, the Nolan Wells case, um, I wanted to be clear and concise with how I look at it from a parent, from a Christian, from a black man. And I know race is pushed so much in this world, especially in our current culture. Um, but most importantly, as a person who's lived life. And I can honestly say that there's been situations in my life, if I'm going to be completely honest, and I don't have a script in front of me. I'm just reading off uh, out of my heart, you might say. I would just say honestly and truthfully, there's a lot of situations in life that happen that are so unexpected, and this is really more focused on the just life than not the Nolan Wells situation. I know everybody has a media take. Everybody wants to jump to a conclusion before all the evidence. It's just not everybody, but a lot of people do, and it's so unfortunate because life happens. So many things in life are so unpredictable and unexpected that I don't think people really, or if they to be honest, I don't really think they look at it from a very clear and concise way. We just, fortunately, social media has made us, some of us, very emotional, and we jump and we don't think, and then we just react, and then once you, because I've seen it happen in my videos, I made statements, and then people, and then just because I didn't word it just like someone said I should, and they didn't really look at the information, they jumped to a conclusion, and I said, well, did you read did you read the text of what transpired, and did you do your research? And like, oh, I'm sorry, reactionary. They just react. For example, um, I'm going to give you an example. I had a situation when I was young. I had several near-death experiences in my life, and I had a situation when I was young. I was playing with a little boy. I think his last name was Russell. I'm not gonna say his first name. I don't even remember his first name, but his last name was Russell. So I was playing with him and his brother, and I was my dad was doing something, and we were playing close to a lake. So they had they had three wheelers at the time. So I'm 54. I'll be 55 September 23rd. So three wheelers were way back in the day. And I was amazed at the three wheelers. So one of them had a three wheeler, or they had two three wheelers, and I was riding their go kart or their mini bike. I had my own mini bike, but so I was over at their house, and anyway, they live close to a lake, so we're riding down, playing around. So we started just goofing off and everything. So we were playing, wrestling, horse playing. So one of them pushed me back on the land, and where I hit my head on the ground at an angle, and I rolled into the water. And I was out. I was dazed. I was like, and I could feel myself sinking in the water, but I had no control of my limbs. Thank God one of the boys jumped in, saved me. The edge of the water where we was at was probably about maybe 10, 11 feet deep, whatever. So they jumped in, pulled me out, and I started coming to as they pulled me out. They didn't do CPR on me. They didn't, and I don't even know if that, and I don't think none of us even know how to do CPR. I know I didn't. They didn't call the ambulance. Back, you talking about like in the 80s. They didn't call the ambulance at the time because I wasn't out unconscious. I was just dazed. Uh, I don't even understand how I didn't drown. I don't know. I don't know if I was holding my breath unconsciously. I don't know. I believe it was an act of God. For those who believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ as a Christian. But my point is, I can't blame them boys. And if to be honest, I believe they were all white, or they had I don't know if they had a Hispanic mom or what, but I believe they all looked like they could pass for being white. Put it that way. We were all having fun. Was it? Did they race? Was it racism that got me? No. One jumped in and saved my life. What if I would have passed away? What would it be? What would the take been? They threw him in the water and killed him. Could that have been? Would my mom have jumped to that conclusion? Don't know. My mom's no longer here. I can't ask my mom passed away earlier this year. My dad's passed away as well. Don't know. Can't ask questions to the dead. My point behind saying all this, it wasn't their fault. It wasn't my fault. We were playing. We were young boys playing. I don't know the Nolan Wells situation. I just want to extend grace to all young people when they're doing things and things happen. I just know that a lot of things in life happen and you can't predict it. It is unexpected. And to jump and make hard, well, they should have been there. You shouldn't have been playing to the water. No, we shouldn't have been playing around the water. It's a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be doing. We do it every day. We just do. Things happen. It's just, I remember a time as a kid playing, me and my friends were playing. We were playing in the middle of the lake on kayaks, trying to flip each other over in the black dark. We had spent the night camping, and we were trying to flip each other. None of us had life vests on. We was middle of the lake. Thank God we didn't drown or whatever. And it got chilly at night. And I'm just telling you, kids and young people do stuff. And I wasn't as young as I was when that hit my head situation. I was older, and I still was doing silly stuff. I was still doing stuff. I grew up in the country. And I'm just telling you, man, I think this social media world jumps to the conclusion so quick, and then you can't pull it back. You can't retract it. And it's just, things happen, and people start making accusations and start coming for people's livelihood, and just and I think you have to pull your emotions and be a little logical in things, and just don't jump to conclusions because of even historical situations. We don't know what's in people's hearts, do you? I can't predict what's in people's hearts. You just don't know. And then you jump off the ledge and you say stuff about people, then people get hurt. People lose their livelihood. And then what if you was in that situation? What if you were that person that lost your livelihood, or people made accusations, or people thought badly of you and it wasn't true? Say, for example, it wasn't true. Just saying that Nolan Wells situation, things happen, man. And so many unpredictable, unexpected, and just weird stuff happens in life, man. And I just hope and pray for all parties involved. The truth comes out. And if we don't ever get the truth, maybe we can't. Maybe it's one of those weird situations that happen, and the truth just never comes out completely, or just it's always, not, there's no clarity in the situation, I might say. If there's no clarity, are we still going to take a hardline stance that we know that somebody did something to someone, or that it did happen? Just get out. We just got to get out of our emotions. And I just pray for the families. And I just pray for all parties involved. It's very unfortunate. That's all I have to say as your everyday person. I typically do powerlifting or or health related content, but I just see so many people make statements that if they really come back years from now, they wish they wouldn't have said those things because we just don't know. Anyway, signing off. Have a good day. Goodbye.